welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. It's your boy, Jim Hacking. How are you all doing? Hope you all are doing well. This is the 210th episode of the Immigration Answers Show. I am your host, James Oliver Hacking III. Huli, I forgot to send a link to Kaylee, so she probably needs the StreamYard link, and she probably doesn't know how to come on. If you could Slack that to her, I'd appreciate it. I am at home today because I had to take my son on a college visit, and I am happy to be with all of you. If you haven't already, go ahead and leave us a note. Let us know where you're watching from. Sheldon is, as usual, in Colorado Springs. Raphael's tuning in from Tampa. Huli's in the waiting room, helping direct traffic, helping me get my guest for today's show on the show. We're going to start having all of our lawyers on the show over the next couple months, but one of the lawyers who was supposed to be on today has lost his voice, so one of the paralegals that works with him is going to step in, I believe. But we are here to answer your questions for the next hour. Hope you all are doing well. Hope things are good in immigration land. I wanted to read you a couple of funny emails that I received today. Let me log into my email. In the meantime, let us know where you're watching from. If you have an immigration question, you might be able to leave it in the written comments, and I might be able to get to it. But where is that email from today? It was quite a funny email. All right, so this is from Farhan. Greetings, Jim from Pakistan. Hope you're keeping well. Have subscribed to your YouTube channel after watching a few videos on immigration, the inherent challenges, and most of all, the time you were putting in making such videos. Moved by the depth of analysis, your unique approach to analyze challenges on both sides, i.e. USCIS and the petitioner. I'm not sure whether someone has apprised you about that. None of the YouTube immigration relevant channel is offering such rich, to the point, and unpretentious info that your platform is disseminating. I love that. I love being unpretentious. I hate being pretentious. Please consider this as an appreciation fan mail as I become a well-wisher of you and Team Hacking after exposing to your amazing content. Bless you and keep shining. Hope more business will surely come your way. Thanks, Farhan in Pakistan. So that was a nice note. Always happy to get a little bit of love. It sort of balances out the hate that we get from time to time. So always happy to get a note like that. Thank you, everybody. Oh, we're up against the January 6th committee. Oh, well, Joe, you go watch that January 6th committee and keep us posted as to what's going on over there. Every time they talk, I'm sort of shocked at the things that they're presenting. And it's really interesting because it's an ongoing investigation. I heard that this is going to be their last meeting until July because they have to dig through a lot of more information that's been coming up and out due to their investigation. So we applaud the work of the January 6th committee, especially someone that I've complained about a lot, and her father, Liz Cheney. It takes real courage to do what she's doing because she's going to get voted out of office in Wyoming here pretty soon. But we're here to talk about immigration. We started the show 4 minutes ago. We already have 111 people tuned in. So that's always fun. Always glad to sit down and talk with you guys about immigration. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And first off, we're going to talk to Tim. Hi, Tim.
Oh, nice. Hey, Jim.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I have a quick question. So my father-in-law is a permanent resident, and he petitioned his two sons who are living in the Philippines under F2B category.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think just last year, the line for children of U.S. citizen is now shorter than that of a resident. So my question is, if he decides to become a U.S. citizen, is there a need to file a new petition? Or can he just update USCIS about his status, retain his date of filing, and the petition will be under F1 category? Is that how it works?
So that won't knock them out. They won't have to start over. So in answer to the first part of your question, they won't have to start over. So right now they are in the F2B category, which has a priority date of October 22nd, 2011. And if dad becomes a citizen, they go into the F1 category, which is March 1st, 2012. So you're right. They would jump ahead in line. He would notify them that he's become a U.S. citizen. Um, and of course, neither of them are married, right?
Yeah, no, no. But
Yeah.
over
So
21, but not married.
over 21 but not married. Yep. So they should be good, and he should notify them, and that would push their case up. It looks like about a year.
Yeah. Because I think if he becomes a U.S. citizen, they're now good, so they can now
They're
go to
current.
yeah, they're
They're
current.
current. That makes the difference. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's great, but man, I got to tell you that embassy in Manila is so damn slow and so behind. There, I don't think they're the most evil embassy, but I think they're the slowest and the least efficient and the most backlogged embassy.
So question: how do he go about it? How does he go about it?
Well,
So
there's a
he
lot of
writes
stuff that'll
a letter.
happen. Yeah. So once their visa number, I mean, he's going to have to notify. It's going to take a while to convince them that they are no longer in the F2B category and that they are in the F1. We've had to at sometimes write them 3 times in like bold print on the outside of the envelope. Hey, you morons! Dad's a citizen now. Treat him. These kids are F1s now. Like literally. Like I mean, we don't call them morons, but all bold on the envelope and on the letter. And ask them to recategorize them and then point out that their visas are current. So then to get them to pay attention to that is a whole other thing. So it might take a little bit of back and forth, but then once that happens, they should turn on the ability for dad to pay the visa fees and to begin the DS 260. So they're still, even once dad gets them to start treating them as the children of US citizens, once that happens, they're still a year or a year and a half from coming.
Oh, I see. So what do you think it's better if he retains to be a resident? Because right now it's just a matter of days for them.
Well, you mean it's a matter of days for them as the adult children of a green card holder? They're that
Yeah.
close?
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe not mess with it. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks for coming
Thank
on.
you. Thank you very much, Jim.
Have a good
All right.
day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Tim. Wanted to know about shifting from F2A category to F1. And of course, while I was explaining it, I'm laughing to myself because only in immigration would they have a student visa be called an F1 visa and the category for the adult children of citizens be called the F1 category. They're totally different things, but they're both called F1. Only that agency, only the State Department and immigration would make people have to figure that stuff out. Let's say hi next to Anna Maria. Hi, Anna Maria.
I oh God, my question is probably something fit for immigration law student school.
Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. We got a law school exam question. Get ready, everybody.
So tomorrow I have my N336 appointment.
Ooh, good. Good for you. You're fighting back. You got denied naturalization and you're mad.
I am trying, but I don't think I have any winning position. Anyway, so I've been in the country since 2004. I arrived on a K3 visa, but I ended up getting divorced in 2005 before my I-130 got approved. So then later I got married in 2000. Okay, I don't remember exactly what year. Anyway, I got married again and I applied I started the process all over again based on the second husband. And I got approved for everything. I got my green card. So everything went fine. I had the lawyer hired. He took care of everything.
Yeah.
So down the road in 2020, I think, I applied for my citizenship. Everything went great. Passed the interview with flying colors. And then a week later, I actually got a call from my interviewing officer explaining me why it's not going to happen.
What do you say?
So
Or she say?
because okay, I entered on a K3 visa and I got divorced before the I-130 got approved. I couldn't. There was no way I could adjust, and so the immigrations, they made a mistake by giving me the
green
permanent
card.
residency. So there are a letter of explanation. They said I failed to prove I was a permanent legal resident.
Yep.
So where does that put me now?
Well, of course, I haven't done the research, and of course, also anybody who watches this show knows that I hate K3 visas, not because of the problem that you had. I hate K3 visas because USCIS processes them. So you're saying your spouse filed an I-130 for you and a K3, and the I-130
Yes,
never
my
got
first
approved.
spouse. Yes, my first spouse. He filed for I-129F and I-130.
Yeah.
Before, yeah.
So I've literally in my whole career, so I've been an immigration lawyer for 15 years or so. I've never ever met someone who entered the United States on a K3. So I can't say that I know everything about it, but I understand the concepts, and I know that part of the K1 and K visa protocol is that if you come on a K1, you can only get a green card based on the person who sponsored you for the K1, unless you have some kind of a VAWA claim, right? So in theory, what the officer told you and what they put in your denial notice, in theory, that makes sense to me, right? But again, I haven't researched it.
I understand, but how was possible my officer that approved my
Oh, they do that all
permanent
the time. They do that
residency?
all the. They make mistakes all the time.
So am I in danger now to lose my green card?
You are, and I mean, the interview's tomorrow, right? But
Yes.
I mean, if you had come to me with that denial notice and I researched it, I would probably say to withdraw, to not file the N336, and just be happy that you have your green card and hope they don't put you in deportation. That's probably what I would say. So, with that being said, do you withdraw the N336? I think there's an argument to be made that you do.
Yeah, I think that's too late because my interview is tomorrow. So
You could handwrite a withdrawal letter or type up a withdrawal letter, put it on letterhead with your address, and bring it down there tomorrow and say, I don't want to proceed with this N336.
okay, all right.
It's sort of like you want to back away and hope that they forget about you, right? So the
okay.
did you talk to anybody before you filed that N336, or did you just go ahead and file it?
Yes, a bit. And I was told because my green card was older than 5 years
5
that
years. Yeah,
they can't
that's
take it
BS though.
away from me.
That's BS. That's true. And you'd think that that's a rule. There's a rule that says they can't come after your green card after 5 years. That's the rule. But what they do is they just put you into removal, and then they say, well, you never should have gotten the green card in the first place. So we're not really taking it away. You just never should have gotten it. It's total BS, but that's what they do. So I don't know. I mean, this is really hard for me, Anna Maria, because your interview is tomorrow. I don't have the time to research it between now and then. So I can't really advise you. But man, I'd be worried. I mean, I don't think the officer's going to get all bent out of shape and like say, I'm going to deport you tomorrow. You might show up there and say, hey, I'm not sure that I win this naturalization. I'd like to keep my green card. What do you think? I mean, they might feel sorry for you. I don't know, but I think there's an argument to be made that you just flat out withdraw it and don't talk to them.
So what comes next if I file a withdrawal?
Then you cross your fingers that they don't cancel your green card and put you in removal. That's why I would have recommended not to file an N336. It's not because I don't think you're going to win. It's because I don't want to remind them that you're here.
Yeah. So the what I was told it was if I don't file an N336, then it's final and they might put me in removal. So that's why I filed.
They can put you in removal whenever you want. I mean, you could go back home and come back and that flight, that entry back into the United States might be the triggering event. Your file might rise to the high enough level that they walk it down to ICE. You never know what's going to start it, but I think pushing an N336 is a real strong way of starting that process, because they're going to be like, forget this lady, I'm not going to approve this N336, and oh, by the way, I'm going to put her in removal.
So if that gets denied, let's say I go to the interview, gets denied, then what would be my next appeal at court?
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully you won't get sent to court. But if you get sent to court, then you're going to be in removal, and you're going to have to make that 5-year argument, and you're going to see what the judge says. I mean, it was clearly their mistake, but at the same time, there's an argument that you should have left after you didn't get that green card through the K3.
Well, kind of late, since I've been here for 18 years, and
I know, but I did a
my
video
whole
about,
life it's here, you know.
I know. I did a video about this last week.
I have no more ties with my birth country, which is Romania, and I'm terrified. I don't even know how to start a new life there. So.
And I totally get it, but the problem is when USCIS makes a mistake, they don't get punished. You get punished. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured out. Thank you so much.
Good luck, Anna Maria.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Wow, that's something else. That K visa program, that's a real problem, man. That just causes all kinds of problems for people. I feel like I'm sort of glowing. Is it this light? I don't know. I'm down in the basement. Amani's on a meeting, and I've got this light overhead. It's sort of like I'm holy or something. I don't know. And plus, I got that shiny forehead going. So, let's go hide ahead and say hi to Go4. Hi, Go4. You're not driving, are you?
No, I'm not driving. I'm sitting here. I'm waiting for your call. I mean, for your. Okay.
Here we are.
So, I have a question. Quick question. So there is a lady who won a DV lottery last year, for 2022, and she's from Uzbekistan. And I know the embassy in Uzbekistan is so like working really slow. So there is no interview scheduled yet, because until September 30, she need to be scheduled. Otherwise,
Right.
she's gonna lose that green card and visa actually. And her case number is not so big. Her case number is around like 11,000. You know.
Yeah.
And I emailed, we emailed together, you know. So, and from KCCDV, there is almost similar responses. I like emailed 3 times, you know, it's the same response. You are current for interview, just wait, and that's it.
Right.
And should we sue that KCCDV, you know, or it's not gonna help?
So I'm going to put in the chat a link. So my friend Curtis Morrison, he does lawsuits like I do, but he specializes in DV lawsuits, and he has these class actions going. She needs to get her name on a list with Curtis, so that even if it goes beyond September 30th, he's still fighting with the State Department in court, and there might be a way to keep her case alive. So you should have her, or you should call Curtis's office and go from there.
Okay, so it means we need to wait until like September. If it's not gonna happen, we can't do it, right?
No, contact him now. Yeah, that's true generally, but you should call Curtis's office now. Tell him that she won the DV, that she's running out of time. She's got till September 30th, and then he'll know what to do. Just do whatever he says.
Yeah, and the embassy, they're only working with the student visa or and tourist visa, and they just calling in 1 month, 3 days, 3 days. They just calling the DV immigrant visas for interviews. For the rest of the week, only non-immigrant visas. You know.
Yeah, it's total BS.
I did the research that for Uzbekistan, the winners was 6,000. Only they called like 1,300 of 6,000 people.
It's terrible.
And the rest, they're gonna lose. Half of the applicants, they're gonna lose their green cards.
That's right.
There is a very few time left, you know.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, so you're gonna send that link, right?
It's in the comments. Yep.
It's in the comments, right? Okay, so thank you so much.
Thanks, Gafor. Good luck, buddy.
Okay, bye.
Bye, my friend. All right. Remember, if you're driving, I can't pull you on camera, so let me go ahead and pick up Benoy. Hi, Benoy.
Hello, Jim. Good to be here. Uh,
I like your shirt.
oh, thank you.
What's up?
So I had a question. I've been in the country for 16 years. I have valid paperwork, but I was married recently for almost 3 years to an American citizen, and we broke up over violence. It was extremely violent. I have a lot of people that have seen it, including my landlord, and my neighbors have seen it, and a couple of friends that visited me once. And I have text messages. I don't have any recordings of video or any of that. You don't think of that. So I have that, but I do have my own paperwork. I did not file for any immigration benefits from the marriage. But I was thinking that while I wait,
Wait,
should
hold
I?
on. What does that mean? What does that mean? You said you had 16 years of immigration history. What's your
Oh, I've
status?
been here on my own different kinds of visas.
Always
Student,
current, never out of
yeah,
status.
never out of status, no.
Okay. All
And
right.
I
So
periodically revisit my country as well. Yeah,
you don't have a green card.
I don't have a green card, no.
Okay. And you were married to a U.S. citizen, and did the U.S. citizen ever file an I-130 for you, or no?
Never, no.
Never. Okay. All right. Okay. So now you're divorced, and luckily you're keeping yourself safe. So I'm glad. I'm sorry you're going through all that with the violence. So then what?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if I could still use this as grounds for a VAWA-based green card petition.
Are they a U.S. citizen?
Yes, my ex-wife was. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have police reports or no? I don't remember if you said police reports.
I do have police reports. I have a lot of people that have seen it, including my landlord and neighbor.
Yeah, you can
Couple.
file for VAWA. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was my question. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Benoit. Good luck.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right. All right. All right. Amin, give me a thumbs up if you're parked, will you? Amin is parked. Here we go. Hi, Amin.
Hey, good afternoon, Jim. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Good, good. So I have two questions. First
Okay.
one is that my dad became U.S. citizen and he applied for his married children in 2018.
Yeah.
And they're living a terrible life in Afghanistan. So we had their case got approved at USCIS, and then it went to they sent it to the State Department through the recent changes, and they have their case numbers. And my dad is a old person. He's very going through tough times. Keep thinking about them days and night and losing sleep. I just
Sure.
wanted to see
Sure.
it's hard for them. They're just calling and crying on the phone. It's like, what should we do? What's going on? Can you help us? Wanted to know, what is your take on this? Is there any way that we can expedite their cases at State Department, or what should we do for them to come to US early, given the situation?
I don't know if there's been any kind of expedited rules for Afghans like there has been for Ukrainians. I don't know. Some people might know in the comments. I can ask people in the office, but I think they're just waiting for their visa to become current, which is going to take years. I don't think there's anything special that would allow them to come faster, but I can check.
Okay, there's no other avenues that if we consult with you for them to come to the US faster?
No.
Okay. So they just have to wait, like we filed 2018, 17, and it has to be another 6, 7 years or 10 years?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I think he will be disappointed to hear this.
Yep.
So the second question is, I think he even said one day I'll be so excited to let you know about my K1. So my wife, that she came here and she's still in a status. We got married within the 90 days, and we just got married. I looked at your checklist, and we do have everything else, but what other proof you think we should attach? We do have marriage certificate. I've known her, my amazing wife, for a year. She was my fiance, and we got married in Fairfax County Court here, and then to official servant. What other to show a bona fide marriage, what other evidence we need to attach with our application to adjustment of status?
Well, you already downloaded our list of what to get. Why haven't you gotten the stuff that's on the list? Have you gotten her a bank account? Have you added her to any of your accounts?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I added it to my work insurance, health, dental. We have joint checking account. We have joint joint checking account, saving account, and her ID. She's living with me. We went to travel. You said like travel. We went like to New York. We had an amazing time to a beach. We have hotel receipts per your checklist, and we have like family, friends, photos, events going. Like to our relatives invited us because we newly got married, and we have pictures and all the evidence. But like that's all we have for now. We don't have a spending together, like money
That's
spending,
okay.
because
I
we
mean,
just opened the account.
it sounds to me like you have a ton of stuff. I wouldn't be worried about it. I think you got plenty.
And I have like the diamond receipt that I purchased, plus like all our engagement ceremony when my family went travel to Afghanistan to meet her, and we had an engagement ceremony after that. So is that all sufficient?
Yeah, that's all good stuff. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
I think you're in good shape.
All right. I appreciate it, Jim. Thank you so much. And have an amazing rest of your time, sir. I appreciate all the kindness, all the help and support you do for everyone. You're amazing, and your team.
Thanks. I mean, see you, buddy.
And I tagged you, on like multiple Facebook groups that they're looking for a good lawyer. I think you could see my name there. They had some complicated case. I was like, go for Jim. He'll fight for you. So
thank you, buddy. Have a
you're
good
welcome.
night.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, that was Amin. I put in the chat and also on the ticker that if you need to get a copy of our marital evidence report, you can download that at hackinglawpractice.com/marital evidence. You can download that for free. That's what we send to our clients. That's our best stuff, our best, most updated list of things that we recommend our clients gather. I see there's been a lot of questions. Let's see here. There were questions about Daniel. Does Daniel still work with Jim? Yes. Daniel still works with Jim, and Jim still works with Daniel. Daniel's just been really busy training new members on the leads team. I've been trying to get him to come back for at least one show a week, and he's going to let me know as soon as he feels like he's covering his other duties. But we all do miss Daniel for sure. So Daniel, if you want to say hi to Daniel, just shoot him an email. daxelbaum@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear from you, and I'm sure he'd be glad to know that he is missed. Oh, Huli answered in the comments too. Awesome. Good. All right, let's say hi to Mac. What's up, Mac? You're on mute. There you go.
Yeah, I have a question. What are the steps after EOR proceedings? My case, my wife died before I got adjusted, and then I got put into removal proceedings for lack of evidence. And I asked for relief under 204L for reinstatement. And I haven't got any solid like confirmation from USCIS. They said to do a duplicate action of approval, but every time I do, it gets denied. So
Mac, you're talking about things that I've never handled before. So I'm sorry about your wife, first of all.
Okay.
So let's walk through it. So you're in the United States, and you, were you in status or out of status when you got married?
I was in status because I was.
And then you married.
Yeah,
you married a U.S. citizen, and you married a U.S. citizen, and she filed an I-130 petition for you.
Correct.
Did that ever get approved?
It's approved. It's a record as approved, and I filed then that she passed away 2012, which was we filed the I-485 July of 2012, and then she passed away.
Why'd you file them separately?
Because of the financial situation at the time, so we couldn't do both at the same time.
Okay, so when did you file the 485, and when did she pass away?
She passed away December of the same year. We filed the I-485 July, and she passed away in December.
And then what happened to the 485?
It got denied because, lack of evidence from the I-130, which was, should have automatically converted to an I-360
Yeah.
because they fixed that back in 2010.
Yeah.
So we went to EOIR. The judge did terminate the proceedings. That was back in 2000.
The judge terminated proceedings. Okay.
And gave me 4 adjustment of status evidence on file.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm stuck. So I look up the instructions on the website. It says to follow up with them and let them know I did that, and they just don't want to do it.
So have you ever well, first of all, have you had a lawyer through this whole process?
Oh man, they didn't do anything. Sorry to say.
Okay.
A
That's
few
okay.
of them got on there, just drop off the case in court, which that's what forced me to do it myself. So everything till this point I've been doing myself.
So my question to you is, has anybody recently done a request under the Freedom of Information Act for the old I-130, for what happened in the immigration court? Do you have all that stuff?
I did. That's what I used to file the I-84 and all that. It still gets denied whenever they send it to Vermont. So I sent a letter recently to the Secretary of Homeland Security, and I think they created a case to the contact center, and they told me to contact Vermont, which is where everything keeps getting denied. Now I did a service request after 2017. They said that to do the I-824, but keeps getting denied, and my I-485 is still pending. So
that was my question. Do you have anything pending right now?
It should be an I-485.
All right. This is a great lawsuit case. This is a great case for a lawsuit.
That's what I was told.
Because they're not paying attention. They don't know what in the hell to do, and the lawsuit will force them to pay attention. I haven't really talked about this on the show, but every now and then, it doesn't happen all that often. Every now and then, the U.S. attorney accidentally sends me the emails that he's been having with. So when I sue them, there's a government attorney like in D.C. or wherever you live that's defending the lawsuit. Then there's a lawyer at USCIS, and sometimes there's even a lawyer at the Vermont Service Center. And the reason I'm remembering this is because you said Vermont. One of the last times I sued Vermont, they accidentally sent me the whole email chain between the lawyer and the client. So like, I'm not supposed to see that. So I sent it right back. But I did notice that there was a high-level lawyer at the Vermont Service Center looking at the case that I sued them over. So I think that if we sued for you, that we could get some smarter people to look at the case.
Yeah, but the judge already terminated and gave me. So
I would imagine, Maclean, that your file's pretty darn thick, and they're so dumb they can't even process a regular old I-130. So to think that they're gonna know everything that needs to happen, we need a really smart person up high to sort of.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So that's how you do that. Okay, a lawsuit. Yeah. What's it called? Written mandamus. I think they told. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The 45 that's pending right now. When was it filed?
That was July 2012.
So you have a green card case that's been pending for 10 years.
10 years.
And there's no final decision on it.
From them, it's denied because of the lack of evidence back in 2012 when my wife died. But, we went to the court and the judge terminated proceedings and, said 4 adjustment of status evidence on file.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look it all over, but it's something that I think a lawsuit might help with.
Okay. And how do I do that with you guys?
Yeah. So Julio, leave comment in the thing. If you just send us an email and say, my name's Mac, I was on the show with Jim you send an email to that address and you say, I was on the show with Jim on Thursday around 4:30. They'll find you, and then they'll email you back, and then you send me over everything so I can look it over.
I appreciate it, Jim.
Bye, Mac. See you, buddy. Again, sorry about your wife. Yep. See ya. All right. That sucks. He's right. When she died, that should have been converted to a 360. But again, that's how they do. That is how they do. Let's say hi to Millie. What's up, Millie?
Yeah, Jim, how you doing?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing good too. My question is just straight to the point. I have two questions, and the first one is how many months to expiry of a particular category of visa won't a person be allowed to enter the United States? That's the first question.
What's the question? I don't know. Tell me what's going. Don't ask me the question. Just tell me what's happening.
Yeah, so I just wanted to know, in case maybe like myself personally, I have a B1 B2 visa, and
Okay.
it is going to be expiring the 19th June. That is next year, 2023.
Yeah.
I wanted to find out would I have to renew my visa, or I have opportunity to come into the United States, maybe apply for short visit or whatever.
Okay, so you're asking me like, Jim, if I come in, my visa is good up until 2023, June 19th, which is a very good day. That's my anniversary. So June 19th, 2023, and if I come in December, well, do I have to get a different visa before that? No, that visa is going to be fine. What I thought you were going to ask me is like, Jim, what happens if I come in on June 1st and the visa expires on June 29th? I think that the officer might just give you 19 days to come. So the sooner you come, the better is my answer to your question.
Oh, good.
I mean,
Okay.
you're only going to get to come for 6 months. So anytime in the next 6 months, you should be fine to come.
Okay. Okay. All right. I think you have answered my second question too.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
All right,
All
Millie.
right.
Thanks, bud. Have a good day.
All right. Same to you. Bye.
That was an easy one. All right, all right. Up, Julia's waving to me. Let's see what she has to say. What up, Julia? You're muted. You're on mute. You're still on mute. I don't know what's going on. We can't hear you. There you go. I don't know.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
I can.
Yay!
Like
Okay. I was just passing by to let you know that we have our special guest on the waiting room.
Oh, our special guest is in the waiting room. Has she been there a while?
She just entered. It was very
Okay,
hard
good.
to enter.
Kaylee. Thanks,
Hi.
Julie. All right. I'm sorry about all that.
All good.
All right. So, everybody, for those of you who don't know, this is Ms. Kaylee Finney. She's a paralegal in our office. She's been with us for about a year and a half, right?
Yes.
Kaylee, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody and tell them what it is that you do at the firm.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kaylee. I am one of the Pod B paralegals. So I primarily work with Attorney Rudolph and a couple other paralegals. Alex Nagy is my other teammate. And I handle a lot of family-based applications, but I do on the off chance do a lot of asylum applications as well.
And how long? So you've been with us since like what were you, January of last year?
February 2021.
And how do you spend your day most of the time? Most days, how do you spend your time?
I spend a lot of time reviewing the forms, making sure everything is accurate. A lot of time is spent going through client evidence, making sure it's the strongest case I possibly can. And of course, the daily phone calls.
So, Kaylee, what advice do you have for people that are sort of going through the immigration process, either with our firm or on their own?
Make sure your evidence is as strong as possible. Even the littlest things that you wouldn't think can support your case absolutely can. If you have a receipt from your Walmart trip to get your weekly groceries as a family, that can absolutely count as evidence towards your case and prove to USCIS that you're in a bona fide marriage.
Now, yesterday we were all meeting with Pod B, and one of the things that was pointed out was that sometimes clients will give you evidence and you have to take it out. You can't submit it. Can you talk a little bit about maybe people providing too much personal type things?
Yes, making sure evidence is work appropriate. If you would not say it in the workplace, it should not be going to USCIS. Specifically, your text messages, you should be looking out for things that have inappropriate language, swear words, or reference inappropriate activities.
Yeah. So have you found things in the notes like where people might have even been talking about things that were technically illegal? I think we have.
That has happened quite a few times. Make sure all your activities that you're talking about are safe activities, and please do not reference illegal things.
Now, there's been a lot of change and turnover at the firm since you started, but I feel like we have a pretty good team now, and you guys all seem to get along pretty well.
Yes. Everybody at the firm is like one big family nowadays. Everybody's got each other's back and support, and we help each other to make sure those applications are getting out.
And just so you guys know who are watching, that we've been trying to calibrate how much work is appropriate for the paralegals, because they were doing too much work and they were getting burnt out. So Kaylee and Alex, we've been working with their pod to try to figure out exactly what the right caseload is. It's a tricky proposition because cases take so long to get approved that there's a lot of downtime. So it's hard to keep track when a paralegal is particularly busy or not busy. But we were just sort of sending them tons and tons of cases, and now we're trying to sort of back off that a little bit. How's that been going?
Everything feels so fantastic. I'm giving all of my clients as much time as I possibly can, and I feel like I am doing my absolute best duty to them, giving them as much attention and time as they need. So things have definitely settled out for us, and I feel like we're producing our best possible work product.
Awesome. Do you have any funny stories or things that have happened at the firm or with cases that you can talk about, obviously without giving up anybody's identifying info?
I've got a couple of stories. My favorite one happened recently with Attorney Rudolph. We were going through the final stages of application review, and we caught a text message that referenced cutting up and slicing and eating the beneficiary for dinner. So that one we had to pull.
That's sort of creepy.
Yes, that one definitely got removed. And I think some of my favorite activities as a team are the accidental activities. We've had quite a few days when the paralegal team has all ended up wearing the exact same color shirt. Those are always fun days.
They're very silly over there in operations. Kaylee's always laughing and giggling, and there's always silliness going on. Kaylee, I'm going to let you go so I can answer a few more questions before the end of the show. Anything else you want to say to everybody, or any other pieces of wisdom you might have for people, especially maybe with the length of time that cases are taking?
Cases are taking a very long time right now, and USCIS is not necessarily processing them in the order that they're anticipated to. If you think something is taking too long, don't hesitate to contact us because we can absolutely help with that. But be patient. I know you are frustrated, you miss your loved ones. We get that. We are here to help you, but we will do everything in our possibility to make sure they get here as quickly as possible and your case gets resolved. But it's just taken a lot longer than it used to.
Awesome. Thanks, Kaylee. I'll see you in a little bit. We're all going to the circus tonight, so I'll see you at the circus.
See you then, Jim.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Great job. All right. I'm glad Cooley let me know that Kaylee was in the waiting room. That's our first appearance by a paralegal. We've had lawyers. Amani's been on. Andrew's been on. When Andrew came on, everybody thought he was an ICE officer. Daniel, of course, has been here. Abby's been here. Christina's been here. Is that it? I think that's it. But we're hoping to get everybody on. Thursday is going to be our team day so that you guys can meet members of the team. And we thank Kaylee for coming on. She did a great job. All right, let's see what Gody has to say. Gody looks serious over there. What's up, Gody? You're on mute, Gody. There we go.
Yes. Thank you, Jim, for picking my call. Last time I called and I informed you about my application. Can you hear me?
I got you, bro.
Okay, yeah, I called you and I told you about what I was going through, where I submitted an application for asylum and it took long. Then I got married. I submitted the I-130 and 485. So in between there, they called me for another interview. So to sum it all, I wrote to them canceling the I-130, sorry, the 589. And before, I don't know, I'm getting feedback. I don't know where it is. I'm just hearing myself.
I hear you. Okay. You're fine. Keep going. As long as it's not bothering you, I think
So
you'll be fine.
yes, so I was approved for asylum, and I had written to them
I remember.
withdrawing it. Yes, I told you that. So, and you told me just to forget about that and give myself time. So, recently they sent me a work permit, another work permit, although I had one, so they sent me another work permit, and then you told me to hold on to withdraw the I-130 and 1485, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so my question today is it okay, because I have a son who is 19, is in high school, and I thought I would use this time to petition him on 730. Is it okay if I petitioned him and then he comes, it is just finishing high school, that's what I can say, and is joining university. So I had in plan to bring him with the study visa, and then I'm like getting confused. I'm like, I might include him on the 730, and then I say that he's outside states, and then he ends up here, and then I don't know what I'm going to do. Do you think it is going to affect that? Because when I'm applying for 730, I have to say that he's outside. But now, how about if the approval time comes and he's already in the country? So what is going to happen?
So you mean he's coming on an F1? He's going to try to come on an F1?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. I got the school, and I'm just waiting for him to finish his high school, and then he submits to the to the college, and then he comes. That's if he's admitted.
If I had to bet, if the son of someone who came to the United States on a non-immigrant visa and applied for asylum, if that person's son applies for an F1, I wouldn't give that person. I wouldn't expect the officer, the State Department, to give that person an F1. And I think that's especially true if that person's father's case has now been approved. His asylum case has been approved. So that's generally what I think. But here's what I really want to say, Godi. Would you agree with me that your immigration situation is sort of complicated? I mean, not many people that I know, in fact, I've never heard of it, have I heard your scenario where somebody had a long pending asylum case, married a U.S. citizen, filed for a green card based on that marriage. That case was pending. They were about to withdraw the asylum case, but USCIS went ahead and approved it. So now we have someone who's been granted asylum, but who also has a pending green card application based on marriage. Like, I've never seen that before in my whole life. So I think your situation's pretty complicated. Now, I absolutely love the hustle and the thinking of adding the son on the 730. Like, you got to that faster than I did. I mean, I didn't know you had kids, but that, to me, that's like brilliant thinking. But if we're going to go much further down the path of talking about this, it's got to be a consult. I mean, we don't do consults, but it's got to be me looking at all of your stuff, me giving you advice, and me telling you, here's what I think you need to do with your son and with you. It's not the kind of thing that we can decide here without me looking at everything.
Okay. So because why I was telling you that is that the 730 really takes long, and then the one for, I mean, the student visa is it doesn't take that much time. So
yeah, I just
that's
don't think
why I had to.
I don't think they're going to give an F1 to somebody whose dad filed for asylum. I don't think they're going to do it. They're going to think he's either going to come here and do the same thing, or they're going to say, hey, what happened to dad? He had that non-immigrant visa. Oh, he applied for asylum. Oh, he did? Yeah, he did. And he got it? Yeah, he got it. Oh my gosh. We're sure as hell not letting Sonny Boy come because he's going to do the same thing. And the purpose of the F1 is to let him come study and then come back home. We think Sonny Boy's setting up to live in the United States with the asylum granted dad and the step parent who's now filing for a green card for dad. That's what I think.
So I don't know, because he might miss doing his university from this side.
I know.
Yet I didn't want him to.
That's a true fact, but that doesn't change whether or not they're going to give him an F1.
Mm.
I understand what you're saying. I think the chances of him getting him an F1 are like 5%. Try it. I don't care. Go ahead and try it. What do I care? I'm just telling you, I don't think it's going to work.
That's okay. The second question, Jim, is that I don't have a mailing address back home. So I don't know what I can do if I don't have a mailing address.
What do you mean you don't have a mailing address? A mailing address for who?
In my country, like if there's a provision where I have to fill the mailing address for the beneficiary.
For the 730?
Yeah, for the 730, but we don't have mail. We do have, but I personally could not afford that.
You couldn't afford it? What does that mean? I mean, where's the kid living? The kid's living somewhere, right?
The postal address where someone can mail. Not every home can afford it. It's basically for offices in my country.
I mean,
so what we use is like
we've had applications where it's like Ridyard Square and Third Block, or like you just put where he lives. Just describe it. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Nothing's going to come to that place anyway.
Oh, okay. Okay then. Well, right. Thank you so much. So do you still support me to hold on the I-130 still until some good time?
Godi, I'm past the point where I can give you good advice. I'd need to see everything. I need to talk to your spouse. There's like 8,000 factors as to what I would tell you to do next.
Okay.
Thanks, Godi. Good luck, bud. All right, that's Godi. I'm going to take a couple more calls. Let's see what Wissam has to say. What's up, Wissam?
Hi, Jim. Can you hear me?
I got you. Yep. What's up?
I just have a quick question. You probably got this question a million times, but I applied for my parents-in-law for I-130.
Yeah.
The case has been processed, and now we've been waiting for a year just to schedule an interview. Is that normal?
So you mean technically you mean your spouse has applied for your spouse's parents,
correct,
right?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the case was documentarily qualified when?
Qualified 2 years ago.
What embassy are you talking about?
My parents-in-law lives in Iraq, but I guess there's a lot of security issues in Iraq, so they moved it to Abu Dhabi in Dubai.
Yeah.
So when they moved it there, so we've been waiting for a year just to schedule an interview. When I check the status, it says at NVC.
But what's NVC tell you? The last correspondence you had with NVC, what did they say?
Just waiting for the interview.
And where physically are your in-laws right now? Are they in Iraq?
In Iraq right now, Baghdad. Yeah.
And so when did the State Department first get the case?
Right when Corona hit, it was 2020, around April.
And do you know if other people from Iraq are having their cases processed right now out of Abu Dhabi, or are those cases on hold in Abu Dhabi? Do you know? I don't know.
I'm not aware. No, I don't know.
So I would say try to find that out. If you can find out that people are actually getting processed from Iraq in Abu Dhabi, which I haven't really heard. I've always heard Ankara. But like you have paperwork and case numbers that say Abu Dhabi now?
Yes, the last email that I got says your case has been transferred to Abu Dhabi embassy.
So basically you've been screwing around with the State Department for like 2.5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can find out if cases are being processed for Iraqis in Abu Dhabi, if you can find out on Google or whatever, and you want to sue them, I'll sue them. That's fine. But if they're not processing them, then I don't want to sue them. But if they are processing, then we should sue them because that's ridiculous.
So the last email that I got from them was in April of last year. It says we just wait. That's when the paper moved from USCIS to MVC, and from that time we were just waiting for the interview. So it's
okay. So that's different. So USCIS finished processing it in April of 2021.
No, it started the process of around, I believe, April of 2020, and they took them a year to process it, to move it to NVC. Now it's been sitting on the NVC for a full year.
So I would start bothering Abu Dhabi and bothering NVC for the next couple months, because now then you're talking, we've really only been at the State Department for 14 months. I would do that for another 4 months, bother them, squeaky wheel, call them, email them, do everything you can. And then if nothing happens after 18 months, then call me back and let me know.
So just because I keep calling them, they just say that you just have to wait. You just have to wait. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
I think if you get to 18 months, then we can sue them. Okay.
18 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks, Wissam.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye, buddy. All right, that was Wissam. Let's say hi to Pankaj. Hi, Pankaj.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Okay. I have a question. It's for my father. I filed the N400s, the citizen form, like about 2 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting for that notice letter from USCA from Chicago. But just a couple days ago, I got just random phone calls from somebody, and their person father name was the same about just like my father name, and also the match the green card number. So the all my N400 form details showing in their USDI in account. So they got an email from the USDI that they have some information update in account. So that guy is open it account. So he see the N400 that was my father form. So he found my contact information from the form, and he tried to contact me, and he told me the whole story. And then we try to match a green card number. Then my father green card number and his father green card number, that was exactly the same. And the both person name is also the same, just only the different is the middle name. Birth date is the same, and the green card number is also same.
This sounds like a scam to me.
And my father came in 2012, and his father, he said that his father came from India just about 6 months ago, so he doesn't need to file N400.
So what's the question?
So I have no idea what should I do about that. Should I contact the USCIS and tell them we have a match green card numbers, or what action I can take it?
You might. I would just wait. I would wait for my N400 receipt notice, give it a couple weeks, and then I would call them.
Yeah, that's actually I'm waiting for receipt, and it's almost over 2 weeks, and still I haven't received the receipt.
It'll probably be soon.
So,
did you file online or did you file on paper?
On paper.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So that's all the information supposed to be show me all the updates when we make a USCI account. That showed all the information in our account, but that guy has already account made it a long time ago, and that he got an email and he opened it so that he can see my all information, like my father's social and everything.
So you're saying okay, I'm sorry. So let's say your dad's name is
Girish Chandra Patel. His name is Girish Chandra Patel.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. So your dad is Mr. Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Patel files for an N400, and
yes.
you don't get the receipt notice, but you get a call from somebody who's the other Mr. Patel's son, and the other Mr. Patel's son says, "Hey, USCIS are a bunch of morons, and they connected your dad's case to my dad's case, even though my dad just got here 6 months ago, and I can see all of your dad's information about." Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Did he email you anything, or did he just call you?
He just called me, and I asked to send a picture. Then he sent me the picture that showed my father name, green card number, and receipt number. So now that
he has the receipt.
He doesn't
Idiot.
have the paper receipt, but when he log in account, he can see the receipt number.
Got
So
it.
he
Got
sent
it.
me there.
Got it. Okay. And okay. So, and does the receipt date sort of track when your dad filed the N-400?
I tried to track, and it said they received my form and all the updates, and they sent the receipt already, but I haven't received it yet.
Because it went to this other Mr. Patel's son.
No, that the address is mine. All
Okay.
other information is
But
mine.
yeah. Okay. All right. So you need to get USCIS on the phone, and you need to tell them that you need to make an info pass so that you can go down to USCIS and explain to them what happened. Where do you live?
I live in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I would call USCIS, tell them you need an info pass appointment, and you're going to need to go and talk to somebody and explain to them what happened, because this is going to be a nightmare. They're going to have a really hard time untying your dad's case from the other Mr. Patel.
That's right. That's only the one difference is the middle name. All other, the birth date, the green card, all information match with that is father.
They have the same birthday?
Same birthday too, yeah. Same year,
Wow.
Same month, and everything same.
Different A numbers.
Alien number is the same also.
Oh, geez. This is going to be terrible. I'm sorry, Pankaj. This is going to be terrible.
Yeah, I never heard it like case before, like the same green card, exactly the same.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
So,
is it the same year? Are they born the same year?
The year is different because
Years.
he just came 6 months ago, and my father came in 2012.
But how old? But the same birth year? The same birth year?
Yeah, everything same.
Wow.
Everything
Okay.
same.
All right. Well, good luck.
And that's the reason that he can see my father all information, because I think the USCI made a mistake. They updated in that guy in account. So
they use dad's A number. Yep.
Yeah, and because of the green card number is the same. That's a big issue.
That's insane.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck.
Yeah. So all I need to just call them, right? To
Yep.
USCI and tell
you
the whole story.
You tell them you need to go there. Yep.
Okay. I will call and let them know, because from my side, I don't think so. I need to do anything, because my father came in like 2012. So all he need change, that's a guy father green card.
Yeah, but it's a mess. You guys need to. It's a mess.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for coming on the show.
All right. Thank you, James.
All right, that'll do it for today's show. If you're not already on our texting list, you should definitely text the word show to 314-470-3300. I don't know when I'm going to do the shows next week. I'm going to try to do 4 shows next week. I might do one on Sunday. I might do one on Monday. I might not do one on Monday. It's all going to depend on my daughter Noor's softball schedule. She's in a national softball tournament. I'll be driving her down there, and we'll see when we can squeeze a show in. Hope you all are going to do well. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. That'll be show 211, and we'll see you next time. Huli, thanks for all the great things you do. Skyla, thanks for helping out. And, of course, we thank Kaylee for coming on the show. Have a good